Welcome my singing friends to the second in this series of quick tips for singers, in which we'll be looking at one of the most hotly debated yet popular singing techniques, mixed voice, what it is and how to use it. At the end of the video I'll be performing some sing-along exercises for you to unlock your own mixed voice. If you type mixed voice into your favourite search engine, you'll find an abundance of experts providing advice, unfortunately much of it conflicting. You'll find anything from it's a myth to it's the holy grail. Fortunately, there are many good coaches providing sensible approaches too. Don't get me wrong, the internet's fantastic, but this myriad of conflicting information can leave the aspiring singer with information overload and no clear direction. So what are the vocal cords? They're two soft folds of muscle and tissue that are located at the top of your windpipe. They close when you swallow to eat or drink, and they open to allow you to breathe. When you want to sing or make a vocal sound, they come together to vibrate. So what does science say about our voice? The voice is categorized into 4 sections based on whatever part of the vocal cords are vibrating. Mechanism 0, slack cords produce vocal fry. M1, thick cords produce chest voice. M2, thin cords produce head voice. And M3, stiff cords produce vocal whistle. Hang on, I'm sorry, this is so boring. All you really need to remember is that there are 4 different vocal registers. What does this mean for us singers? The 4 vocal registers provide potential trip hazards. These need to be skillfully navigated in order to blend the registers to produce one smooth sound from the lowest part of the voice to the highest part. Then how do we sing between the registers? Singers really must practice vocal exercises regularly in order to find and develop a vocal flight path to bridge the registers. Doing this will eliminate any breaks and bumps and produce the desired tones. In the next part of the video, I'll give you a couple of exercises in order for you to find your own mixed voice. Hello folks, this is Singing Coach here. Welcome to the live part of the video. If you've watched the previous part, you'll know exactly what mixed voice is. We'll have a brief insight anyway. And if you're here without watching that bit, I urge you to watch it unless you fully understand what mixed voice is. So either way, you're here to be able to sing from chest voice to head voice, effortless, using this mythological mixed voice to bridge the gaps and give you a smooth, even tone. Now, mixed voice isn't really a technical term, to be honest. It just refers, excuse me. That's good coffee. And I do drink coffee, yes. And I know there's so many rules that singers should or shouldn't do. You shouldn't drink coffee, it's going to damage your... No, it won't damage my vocal cords at all. I've been drinking it for 20 years. I love it. It makes me feel good and it makes me sound okay. For some people, it might not work. And I guess that's the whole point of this singing stuff, is you listen and you find what exercise resonates with you. You shut off all the noise, turn everything off, and then consistently practice it until you find some success. Then you dip back in, find another technique to move you on like that. There's too much of us talking about technique and stuff, and it can literally blow your minds. So pick one thing that you think will work, stick with it until it does. So what we're going to do then, we're going to give you a couple of vocal sounds to make to scale on. And the idea of that is that you'll find your vocal flight path that allows you to sing from low to high in a smooth, consistent way with no effort. It's so liberating. The first sound we really need to get to grips with is the lip roll. B. Now, if you can't make that lip roll, you need to stop everything and do nothing else until you can do that confidently. For those that can, we're going to go from our chest voice to our head voice and back down again. Do it again. For our females, a high voice, you're going to start a little higher. Now, that's the key to finding your vocal flight path. And I know it might feel weird at first, but what you need to do again is turn everything off now if you haven't had that oh yeah, that feels good. If you haven't had that revelation, turn everything off and do it 1,000 times if you need to until you can find your flight path. For those that are there, we're going to do a couple of scales. We'll do a 5-note scale first of all. We're going to go from a fairly high chest voice over into bridge into head voice, but we're going to do it in a consistent way with that lip roll. Here we go. I'll sing the first one and then you carry on. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take over and don't push at all. Just let the voice happen. Observe what's happening. Where does it feel? And what does it feel like? Just one more. Excellent. Females or high voices, we're going to start here. Exactly the same thing. I'll do the first one because I won't be able to go much higher anyway. Over to you. No pushing. What does it feel like? Do you recognise a vocal path? Last one. Excellent. We're going to extend that exercise now to an arpeggio, which sounds like this. I'll do the first one, then you take over. Again, no pushing. Let it happen. Really feel where it's vibrating. Last one. Now if you couldn't quite make the top few, that's fine. It's like anything else in the world. You get to the point that you can do and you go back and you do it and you try and do it in increments until you get better. For our females or high voices, we're going to start here. And that's out of most guys' wheelhouse, that top note, so I'm not going to attempt that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we're going up, again, no pushing. And last one. And again, same thing applies. Do not think you've failed or anything's gone wrong if you didn't do the last 2 or 3. Not a problem. This is an insight and tools for you to go away and work with. So this next exercise, we're going to do the same format, but it's on a different sound, and the sound is the NG sound. So at the end of sing, if you were to hold that, sing, it's that sound we're going to make. So first of all, make the sound. And you can feel that that sound is even further back than the lip roll, right? Creating back pressure and getting us out of any danger of overcomplicating the vocal cords. So what I'd like you to do is just slide up and down on that sound. Again, just observing how it feels and getting in touch with your flight path. So from a chest voice to the head voice. Females or high voices would be starting higher. So again, if you need to pause, do that a few times, see how it feels, get in touch with it, do that. This time we're going to go straight to the arpeggio. It's a more efficient exercise. I'll do the first one and then you can carry on. Same, no pushing whatsoever. Observe the flight path. And last one. So for females or high voices, we're going to start here. 2, 3, 4. adjust your voice. What do you feel? Last one. Okay, so you need to work with those exercises daily and consistently. You really got to get in touch with your flight path. I can't say that enough. I think I've said it enough, to be fair. So once you've mastered your head voice in those kind of exercises, the next stage for you would be to use real singing sounds, vowel sounds, vocal sounds up and down your range until you feel really comfortable, and then we're going to apply it to song. So that you'll be able to choose what tone you make on any given note. For instance, you could, on this tone, you could sing that on a chest voice, shouted, not sounding great. Ah! And then it cracks. So you could go straight to head voice. Ah! Again, neither of those sound fantastic. Then you use that mixed voice, and what I'm really saying is get back to your flight path. Whereabouts does that note fit on that lovely flight path you've just found? And it's somewhere around here. And then you can run your voice up and down from your chest voice to your head voice without any breaks, just enjoying your voice. Feels lovely just going up and down. It's really cool. So good luck with your practice. If you want to hit me up with any comments, or if you want to work with me, have a look at the details at the end of the video, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be very grateful if you could like and subscribe. If you want to work with me personally, get in touch via www.ddthesingingcoach.com.